So I'm going to show you how to analyze a photo to pick out the best one for a newspaper article. We're going to use our tips for photography, which are look beyond the obvious, focus on the reaction, just like in sports, pay attention to your setting and how it can have visual impact, identify your subject and think about visual interest, think about sensitivity in an emotional or intimate moment, consider a long lens or different angle, keep your aim on the human aspect, don't set up your photos, look for the visually interesting, focus on contrast, consider a close-up or a wide shot and avoid the middle ground, be persistent and patient. So we're going to use these tips to pick out the best photo to go with the story about 6th grade team building. So over on this side, we have uploaded, or I have uploaded some pictures that were taken at a 6th grade team building event. And I want to look to find a picture that will go well with an article to be written for the newspaper about the 6th grade team building day. So the first thing I want to do is highlight some pictures that I think might be worth using. And I'm going to check out and see if they are focused, blurry, up close. Can we tell what the students are doing? Are they showing action, emotion, and so forth, using those tips for photography. So right here, I'm not sure I'd want a picture of somebody's belly, so I'm not going to highlight that, but this one might be a possibility. So I'll highlight this one. This doesn't show anybody's face. This shows two students looking on. It might work, but then we have this picture of, I guess, somebody's head. So I'm not sure we would want that. It kind of blocks this person's body. This picture shows emotion and silliness from some 6th graders. The lighting on this picture, not as great, so we won't highlight. Once again, a student's head, but it's kind of just cut off in a picture of their head and doesn't really tell a story. This girl is definitely telling a story of surprise or shock, so we will go back and analyze that a little bit more to see if that will be best for our article. This just shows some students walking through a hall, but we can't see faces. This one's too far away. Here we have a student coming in with some glasses. Possibly, but I don't think I'll highlight it. It doesn't excite me. Here's another picture of backs of students. Lighting is off. Let's scroll down to where we can see students' faces and the lighting seems pretty good. A lot of backs of kids. We have a presentation going on, but once again, we're just seeing the backs, and it is showing that it's team building, and that there's a lot of 6th graders there, but not necessarily telling a story. Okay. Look at this interesting picture. We have two kids holding hands. It appears to be a girl and a boy doing something for team building, so we might want to look at that. Here we have a group joining hands. We have another activity with two hands. Although we can't see their faces, it might not be important because it's showing two students working together. Here we have a happy kid, and this kid has his uniform on backwards, so that could be an interesting story. And now we have a group of students working together in a circle. We have a ball activity. And here's some students doing something together, not really sure what is happening there. So I've marked several pictures and I'm going to put them into a folder so I can look at them a little bit better. So I'll go up, click on album, create a team building album, or just team building, and press OK. Now I want to get these into my Google file because I'm going to be writing my story in Google. So I can kind of close out of the pictures for now. Open my other folder. Open this folder where I want to add some team building pictures. So I'm going to go to my Google and add a folder here, and I'll call it team building. And I want to upload pictures to this folder so I can try to decide which one to use. So I'll go to New, press File, Upload. Computer's thinking. It's going to take me to my photos. Eventually, here we go. Photos. Click on Photos. And then once this pulls up, we'll look for our album that we just created in our photo section called Team Building. And here we go. Let's highlight all of these pictures. We'll open those. And as you can see right here, they are uploading the 9 pictures that we've selected. And it actually goes pretty quickly, but at least we have them all in one place. So when our article's finished, we can just insert the photo. Now, I'm going to go through the photos in a second and decide which one really shows the team building experience. And we will refer to our tips again over here, looking beyond the obvious. I really want to pay attention to emotion and lighting and what's visually interesting about it. What is going to actually assist my story? All right, back to my pictures. And we have 2 items left to upload. And then we will look at these photos once again. And we'll probably move through this a little bit quickly, but you'll get the idea. Once I click on one photo, I'm seeing what's visually interesting. We have a set of students here looking like they're having a good time, a parent volunteer. I could always edit this a little bit too to focus just on these 4 students, so that's a possibility. I'm not sure that this student would like their picture, so probably not a possibility. Love this picture. It shows emotion. It shows the student looking and observing something. But since she is by herself, it may not represent a team building moment. This picture seems a little blurry to me, so I don't want to use that. I do like the hands. I like this in the team building activity. I would like to see faces. I feel like they're cut off a little bit. Here we've got something interesting with this student's glasses upside down that I didn't pick up on earlier, and this student's shirt backwards. So whatever the activity is, it does tell a story for sure. So maybe we'd go back to that. But I love this circle. Here we have students from all different classes. You can tell by their uniforms. They're in different houses, they're called at our school. And they're working together in a circle to do something, to solve something. And that could be part of the article. We could figure out what they were doing in this circle. And the article could relate to this moment. We also have this, although I would like this student to be looking up. This is kind of interesting because the ball is in the air. It is definitely telling a story. Did this kid just throw the ball? Is he about to hit the ball? Is this kid wanting to hit the ball? This girl doesn't look very interested at all. We don't know what's happening here. So it's a pretty good story to tell. In fact, I'm probably going to go with this one because I like the visual interest of the ball in the air. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll go back. And here's the article, 6th grade team building day. Your assignment will be to insert a picture into your article once you have gone through all the tips for photography and you've picked the picture you want to use. You will insert it. The easiest way to do this is to go to Insert, an image, and go to your drive. You've recently uploaded some pictures. You know you've looked through all of them. And this is the one that you want to select. At least this is the one that I want to select. So I select this photo, press Insert, and hope that it shows up. There we go. There we go. I just didn't have the cursor beeping over here. Okay, once the picture is inserted, and you may have already written your article ahead of time and you want to insert it later, and that's fine. I just haven't written the article. You can decide what size you want it. Probably don't want it quite as big. You could even do some editing ahead of time depending on what you want your picture to look like. So that is how you pick out a picture from your photo category, pick out a folder, put it into Google, insert the picture into your article. And then this article and picture will be used for the newspaper.